vicious. I'm fed up dismissing the competition.
It's the Viper 4567 here with my TNA Impact thoughts from this past Wednesday and also NXT TakeOver thoughts as well. This is going to be this probably could be a long ass video. Well, probably we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Impact again this week was pretty good. Probably a bit better than last week's show. Probably NXT was okay. It wasn't anything special, except for the main event. Obviously, of course, I thought the other two kind of headline matches were okay to good. The rest of the matches were pure and utter shy. I think they didn't give a crap about the other three or four matches that were on the card, which I thought was disappointing. Because if they had one match out of the 3 or 4 that turned out to be good, like, they'd be saying, wow, what a pay-per-view, like. But I just thought, like, the fact that they wanted just the 3 main matches to do well and all that, so. But, like, it would have been nice to have a surprise match that would have been good, and obviously then the debut of Keita, and the funny thing is he's changing his fucking name, typical WWE, but, which I'm not impressed about. I think Keita should have kept his name. Like, I don't know much about Keita because I don't watch New Japan or whatever else he's been in. Like, at the moment I'm just watching TNA and WWE. I'm thinking of watching Ring of Honor as well, but we'll see how that goes within time. So, sorry, I just moved the camera there. So we start the show off with JB. I'm doing Impact first. JB talks to stand for the national anthem. The new guy is obviously the new guy that's wrestling. Obviously, he's an amputee as well. Lost his leg in Afghanistan, or was it Iraq? It was one of many. Sergeant Christopher Melendez. I have utmost respect for people who go into the military and all that. Like, they put their lives on the line basically for their country and all that basically, and they don't get fuck all in return, really, in my opinion. But I think Impact, I was going to say WWE there, TNA, they definitely milked it a little bit, because obviously with yesterday being the 13th anniversary of 9/11, they got it in at the right time, and he got a good ovation, and he won the match as well too. He bet DJZ. It wasn't a great, like, the guy, like, just, I feel so sorry for the guy, because, like, he just wasn't, he's not for a guy with one leg, he's definitely better than Zach Gowen, let's just say that, we'll say. But that's what Zach Gowen doesn't have. Back then, obviously didn't have the leg. Like, you can get a prosthetic, not a prosthetic leg, but you can get a lot more. It's the thing that dope fucking Oscar Pistorius, you know, those leg things you can get, like, they're literally almost fucking real. But the guy looked okay, like, for a guy with one leg basically. Done better than what fucking Zach Gowen ever did at WWE. But USA chant from the crowd. DJ tries to bully him. Neckbreaker from Melendez, and then a chop block to the wooden leg, which I think was a bit. The crowd did not like that one bit. Sorry about that. Knee to the head then from DJ, and then sidewalk slam and Simone drop gets the win for Melendez. I hope that's not going to be his finisher if he actually starts wrestling full time. But it's good to see TNA doing something like that, alright. But, like, at the end of the day, they were just milking it basically, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, so next then we have Bobby Roode coming to the ring. He says there's no other feeling in the world like he has now. He talks about New York City being the best city in the world, which it is probably. But I'm here as the number one contender. He talks about EY. He says he's my best friend. He gets the best out of me. He thanks him, and he'll always be a world champ. I'm ready to be on top of TNA. That brings out MVP, Kenny King and Bobby Lashley. You want to be a superhero. You need an objective. You get to beat up the guys. You don't get to bring home the girl. This is not basic. You beat all the bad guys and all the objectives or obstacles, I should say. This is not a movie. You don't get the girl. You don't get this. This is not a. It's not going to be a happy ending. You're going to meet your Dark Vader. Roode says the difference between you and Lashley is I see fear in you. I don't see any fear in Lashley. I can beat him, and I know he can beat me. They attack him, then Samoa Joe and EY make the save. So then we get a 6-man tag between Samoa Joe, Eric Young, Bobby Roode. They defeat MVP, Kenny King, and Bobby Lashley. And it's good, decent 6-man tag. I really enjoyed it, I must say. It was much better than I thought it would be. Suicide Dive from Joe on the New Nation, as I call him. Insecurity from Joe on King. Belly to belly gets 2 from EY on MVP. Suplex, I should say, from Lashley gets 2. Leg drop from King gets 2, and then a cross arm breaker, but EY counters that into a nice powerbomb. High knee then from Rude on MVP, and then a neck breaker gets 2. Samoan drop from Joe, missile drop kick then from EY on Lashley, and Bobby Roode gets the Rude bomb on MVP for the win. So yeah, decent tag match, was pretty good. Like, it was a lot better than I expected. It went nearly almost about the 10-minute mark, which was probably about right. So yeah, good match. I have no problem with that match whatsoever. Good start to. Besides, no disrespect to the first match, it wasn't great at all. Like, I felt bad for him too. Like, also I felt bad for Chris Melendez, because come on, like, fair enough, he was trained by Team 3D, but at the end of the day, like, hopefully now they don't. But yeah, we can get on to that another day. The next match then, the Bromans and the Beautiful People defeat, was it Menacerie, or whatever it's called. Mike Knox is a part of this group, along with Rebel and Crazy Steve. This was shite. This was absolutely pathetic, I thought. It wasn't an interesting match whatsoever. Yeah, I do not give a flying fuck about this match. Velvet Sky gets the roll up on Rebel. She's holding the tights, and that's about it, really. That gets the win. It wasn't really great. Mike Knox looks absolutely fucking shite, I must say. Which then again, it is Mike Knox we're talking about. So yeah. So Kurt Angle comes out. He tells EC3 he will fight, and EC3, he comes out then. He says to Angle, he talks about his Dixie Carter going through the table. Thanks to 3D, you get them a free pass. The blood will be on your hands and everyone else. I will do vigilante justice until I get what I want and all that justice crap. Angle says, I will kick your ass, because obviously EC3 wants to kick his ass, but Kurt Angle wants to kick his ass. I'll make demands. Obviously you can't wrestle tonight, so I'm going to book you in a street fight against Rhino, and it starts right now. So EC3 defeats Rhino in an okay street fight. It wasn't really anything special in my opinion. They fight on the outside, and ECW Chan comes out. EC3 rams Rhino into the guardrail. Rhino with a suplex on the stage. Rhino then with a cookie treat to the face of EC3. That gets a 2 count. Then he brings out a kendo stick, and he uses it to the back of EC3. Actually, you can see after the match, there are fucking red marks on EC3's back. Fucking hell. EC3 then gives Rhino a low blow, and then a trash can to the skull. Puts a trash can in towards the turnbuckle. Rhino goes into that after going for the gore. EC3 then whips Rhino with his belt, and then a belly to belly from Rhino. The 1%er then gets the win. It wasn't anything special. It was an okay match. It wasn't anything particularly special, but a little bit better than I thought than it would have been. So yeah. So apparently, No Surrender is next week. Apparently, it's going to be on Impact. Impact basically. Like, jeez, how have the mighty have fallen? Like, and actually, funny enough, I was looking up to see when where it was going to be held, and there's only 4 matches on the card, and guess what? I already know the results, and that's pissed me off really, because the fact that it's taped, like, why tape it? Like, I know it's not a pay-per-view, but like, it's like what, should I even watch it now next week? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do Impact next week due to the fact that I already know the results. So I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done it, but hey, what can you do? Next match then, James Storm. No. We have this fucking Knockouts calendar cover girl thing. Angelina Love thinks it's going to be her, and I said straight away it's Velvet Sky, and I was right. Havoc comes out, she destroys a few knockouts, and Gail Kim attacks her. They fight, security comes out. Havoc fucking destroys the fucking security staff, and she walks off then with the knockouts title. Yeah. Then we see Lashley defeating Josh Burns on Bellator MMA last Friday. Quite impressive win actually. I saw the highlights of it on TNA Impact. I thought it was absolutely impressive. And then Gail Kim then goes off and looks for Havoc. Next then, James Storm and the Great Sonata defeats Tajiri and Austin Aries in an okay match. Aries gets rid of Storm, then a suicide dive from him onto Storm. Tajiri with some stiff kicks and a handspring elbow for 2. Tarantula on both Storm and Sonata, but when he has it on Sonata, James Storm spits water or beer or whatever it is into the face of Tajiri, and super kick gets the win. Also think Sonata went for the green mist, but Tajiri, obviously he was one of the masters of that. He ducks and all that. So, but yeah, it's an okay match. And yeah, so on to our main event for the evening was the second of the best of 3 series between the Hardys, Team 3D, and the Wolves. This is going to be a tables match. The Hardys win. Thought this match was really good. Really enjoyed it. I still actually haven't watched the first match, so I have to try and find the first match. The third match will be next week on Impact No Surrender. I probably will actually watch that match because obviously I know who wins, and I actually said that to myself yesterday when I was watching Impact. A certain team will win. I'm not going to tell people just in case if they haven't seen it, the results. So, Jeff jumps off the apron onto Eddie Richards. Eddie Richards was it? Or Eddie Edwards, sorry. Bully rams Matt into the steps, crowd chant, "Get the tables." What's up then from Team 3D, whispering the win from Jeff. The Wolves then move the table on. They basically, everyone does it to everyone throughout this match. Jeff then goes through a table doing a drop kick. Obviously that doesn't win the match. Suicide dive on 3D onto 3D. Suicide dive onto Team 3D from the Wolves, I think. Drop kick from Dave and a plancher from Jeff onto Bully. Twist of Fate on Eddie and a Swanton Bomb through Dave Richards gets the win for the Hardys. So, reason why I've gone through that pretty quickly is because it was a good match. I don't want to be basically going through. There was other stuff on it, but I didn't want to be going through because obviously I have an NXT review to do. And it was a good match. A lot better than I thought it would be. It started off kind of slowish, but it got better towards the end. And I wouldn't say it was good, but I wouldn't say this is awesome. Basically, unlike the main event on NXT, but good match. And Jeff and Matt gets picked the third match, and obviously we all know what that's going to be. It's going to be a ladder match. So I probably will watch Impact No Surrender, even though I know the 4 results. But hey, what can you do? I'll have to do it anyway because I want to watch the matches. I want to watch the third match out of 3. So yeah, right. We get on to NXT TakeOver, shall we? This wasn't too bad now. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be. I was really looking forward to it, if I'm being honest. I think the 3 matches, they did kind of deliver in a way. The main event did without a shadow of a doubt, but the other 2 were could have been better, but they weren't that bad, shall we say. But I thought the undercard matches were pretty fucking awful. They didn't give them any time whatsoever. But so let's get on with it, shall we? First match was for the NXT tag belts. Sin Cara and Kalisto defeat the Ascension in a decent opening match. I really enjoyed it. Now it was a lot better. I gave it 2.5 stars. I'm rating these matches. Obviously, it's technically a pay-per-view, but I'm not going to give any pay-per-view scores because it's only a 2-hour show. So yeah, decent opener. I thought Sin Cara looked really good in this match. I just think the fact that NXT seem to book wrestlers better than they do on Raw or SmackDown. Look at Tyson Kidd. He looked amazing last night. So, but a handspring elbow and a crossbody from Sin Cara, then a moonsault from Sin Cara gets 2 on Connor. Or Victor, or one of them, doesn't matter. Connor rams Sin Cara into the apron. Victor then drops the knee to the head of Sin Cara. Hurricane Rana then from Sin Cara, he comes back with an enziguri on Victor. Crossbody then from Kalisto, and then a corkscrew crossbody from Kalisto on Connor. Suicide dive then from Sin Cara onto Connor, and then he does the same onto the both of them. It was absolutely fucking brilliant, because I think Kalisto was caught and then they swung him, but he landed on his feet a bit, and then Sin Cara just goes whoosh. It's absolutely fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Clothesline for Victor. They go for fall of man, but Kalisto gets rid of, or Sin Cara gets rid of Connor, and then Sandy also gets the win for Kalisto and Sin Cara. So, as I said, decent match and a decent opening match. It could have been slightly better. We don't know, but I'd give it 2.5. If anyone gave it 3 stars, I wouldn't give a shit. I think it was a good match. It was probably Sin Cara's best match in WWE. Well, besides he wasn't really a part of that ladder match, in 2011, was he really? So yeah, probably one of his best matches in WWE, bar none. But so let's get on with it, shall we? Next match then, Baron Corbin defeats CJ Parker. It was the debut of this guy. Shit match. It was gone within a minute or 2. Fair enough, I know a debut you don't have a 30-minute or 10-minute match, but geez, I think to give him a bit more time. He does this. See, that's the problem. I need to learn the moves of wrestling, because he gets him up and he swings him down. It's like a face buster, but obviously it's not. But I'll find out the finishing move. But it was a good move. But I think at the end of the day, you think to give these guys a bit more of a chance instead of give them 5 fucking minutes, 6 minutes at least. But hey, what what can you do? But next match, we have a hair versus hair match. Now, this match I thought would be a lot better, even though I've not watched any of these guys. Enzo Amore defeats Sylvester the Fourth, half a star. That's the most I'll give it. Roll up gets 2 for Enzo, and then a drop kick. Clothesline gets 2 for the Fourth. Roll up holding the tights gets the win for Enzo, because he did hold the tights. So obviously Sylvester gets to get his head shaved, like me. After the match, his lackey, basically, whoever it is, gets that fucking, it's like wax or something. It has to be so, I don't know what it is. But the fact is he goes bald, who gives a fuck? So they catch him up later on in the show. So, yeah. Regal then comes to the ring. He says NXT is the place to be. He introduces Kenta. Kenta thanks Regal. He said his dream come true and he's happy to be in WWE. As I said, he's gone under a new ring name. And ironically, his name is... I'm trying to think actually of his name. I think it's... What is it? Oh, shit. I think it's something Amore. Like... I just don't get it. Like, I think they should have just kept Kate, in my opinion. But I'm going to find out what his name is now. Here we go. It's Hideo Atami. Like, I just don't get that. Why change his name? Like, when Prince Devitt now comes to obviously he's in WWE, and so is Kevin Steen. Like, are they going to keep their name? I think Prince Devitt should keep his name, or what they call him, Fergus or Fergal or whatever. But I just don't like when they change their names, because Kate is a decent... Because he came out to the big right and Kate it, so... Sure, we'll see what goes on. The Ascension comes out, they want a rematch of the tag belts, but then they attack Kate, where Kate comes back in, puts his own, gives him a double drop kick, brings in a chair, and basically says, bring it. So yeah. So hopefully now we'll see him wrestling quite soon. Next then, Bull Dempsey defeats Mojo Rawley. And see, this is the problem. Like, this is only their 3rd pay-per-view since February. Like, they've had a rival, they've had 2 takeovers. Like, you think they show, like, fair enough, these are not the bigger stars, but still, this is a chance to show off, like, what they are. Like, the hair versus hair match could have been so much more. This match could have been a little bit better. But spear takedown from Rawley, but that's all he gets. A headbutt gets the win for Dempsey, and he does the same then after the match. Like, come on, do a bit better than that, guys. Come on. But, yeah. So, next match then, we're coming into the main event matches now. Charlotte defeats Bayley to retain the NXT Women's title. I thought this match actually was pretty good. I gave it 2 1/4 star. It's okay, like, it could have been so much more again. I'm not a big fan of Bayley. I just think this gimmick of basically going around looking for hugs, and she's done okay now in this match, but I just don't like the character in my opinion. Charlotte now, love her. Like, her versus Paige now, or AJ Lee, or whoever, or Natalia even again, would work perfectly. So WWE are bringing in some decent women's wrestlers, but when they get to the main, like, look at Emma, like, where's she been since she came back from NXT? So, knee to the jaw of Bayley, then a crossbody from Bayley. She comes back then with that figure 4 headlock, basically, from Charlotte. They trade chops. Inside cradle gets 2 for Bayley, then a dropkick from Charlotte, and then a knee to the gut. Hunter Conrado from the top from Bayley. Moonsault gets 2, and then the natural selection gets the win. So yeah, decent match. Like, it was really good. Like, the crowd were into the match. After the match, then Sasha Banks comes out, tries to attack Bayley, but Charlotte comes in, pulls her hair down, and tells her to get out of there, basically. So I presume she got a bit of respect for her. So yeah. Then on to the main event, which was all types of awesome. Adrian Neville defeats Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, and Tyson Kidd in a fucking superb Fatal 4 match. I'll give this match 4 stars. I don't care. This match was awesome. Like, I didn't think it would be as good as this was now, because obviously Fatal 4 way. Like, but I'll tell you one thing, I'm really impressed with Tyler Breeze. Like, I thought he done okay in this match. He wasn't that good, but like, he showed off, because he showed off some good stuff. Like, I haven't seen much of him, but Tyson Kidd, wow, like, he done quite well in this match. Like, considering the fact that he was in WWE as a tag champion with David Hart Smith, I should say. But like, you think, like, fucking hell, like he done so well. Sami Zayn again was excellent. Adrian Neville was pretty okay. Wasn't anything special. He didn't actually do too much in this match, really, to be honest. But Zayn hits Breeze with his phone. Chop block from Kidd on Neville. Double suplex then on Neville on the stage, and then a double suplex on Zayn on the steel rampway. Kidd and Breeze then used Zayn as a battering ram on Neville. Heel kick from Kidd. Neck breaker gets 2 for Kid. Leg drop then gets 2 for Kid. Sweet kick to the face from Tyson Kid on fucking Neville was beautiful. Drop kick from Sami Zayn, and Zayn then goes for a plancher. But Neville kind of, he's on the apron. He jumps up onto the ropes. Zayn thinks it's going to go to him, but he turns around with it. Like, he must have been in the air for about 3 or 4 seconds onto Breeze and Kid. It was absolutely fucking beautiful. Beautiful move. Sweet moonsault. Right, where are we? Shooting star press from Neville on Zayn. Then, like, literally the spot of the fucking year, probably. Now, Neville, Breeze and Kid are going to do a double superplex on Neville. So Zayn goes, fuck this, I'll power bombs both Tyson Kid and fucking Breeze while they superplex fucking Neville. Fucking beautiful. The crowd going mental. I don't like the announcement. I think the announcement was very shit throughout the show. I don't like Byron Saxton. I think he's fucking ridiculous. Tom Phillips, you can go fuck yourself. You're useless. And Renee Young, I just think you better off just. I don't know. I just can't. I don't think Renee Young's that good, but I think she's better out of those two. And let me know, she is a woman. So, like, yeah, 2 guys can't fucking comment, but yeah, Renee Young can do something. She ain't the greatest, but look, at the end of the day, WWE have nobody in terms of announcing. JBL is probably their best one. Simples. But sharpshooter on Breeze, but he's about to tap out. Neville gets his hand and stops him from tapping out. Zayn then with a tornado DT goes through the turnbuckles. The middle, I think it was the second and first turnbuckle. Fucking beautiful. And does a tornado DT on Breeze. Zayn with a kick that gets 2 super kick from Neville, and then the Red Arrow gets the win. So, awesome match. They stole the show without a shadow. All guys did very well. Simple as that. I thought all of them, fair enough, Neville didn't do as much as the rest of them did, but like the main people that actually done well in this match was Kid and Zayn, in my opinion. But they all did their best in all this. It was a great match, 4 stars. It's what NXT is about, really, isn't it? So, like, bringing up the new generation. Fair enough, Tyson Kid's obviously been in WWE before, but the other 3 guys, like, these are like the new generation. Like, so it just shows, like, these guys, you don't know. 2 out of 3 of these guys could be in the main event for a World Heavyweight title in a couple of years' time. You just don't know. But so yeah, so there's my reviews of both Impact and NXT TakeOver. I'll be back on Tuesday for another edition of Random Pay-Per-View, and that'll be done on Monday. So I'll be reviewing that Monday, and I'll have it up Tuesday, and then obviously I'll have Raw and other little things throughout the week. So guys, enjoy your weekend and take it easy.